Well, hey everybody, I'm Jamie Trull, CPA and profit strategist, and we are talking about my favorite topic of all time, which is making our business more profitable, because we agreed we want to make sure that we have as much profit as we can, because that means that we can pay ourselves more. So the goal is always more profit, not less, okay? Now, we started this series last week, so if you missed that, don't worry, you can go watch it after this. You don't have to watch them in any particular order, but we're going over the 4 key strategies to be able to increase your profit. And I'm talking specifically about financial strategies, okay? So we're talking about what we can do with our finances to make sure that we are running a profitable business that pays us for the work that we are putting in. So we are on part 2 of this, which is outsource the grunt work. Now, before we jump into it, I want to make sure you've taken our quiz. Okay, so the quiz will tell you what your specific personalized next step is out of the 4 steps that we are talking through this month. So I want to make sure you've taken the quiz so that you know which one is most important, where you should be starting, but you can watch all the other videos because you'll get value out of these as well. However, to those of you who have gotten the answer that your next step is to outsource the grunt work, we're going to talk about that here today. So if your quiz result was outsource the grunt work, that's why you're watching this, right? Then that means exactly what it says. Your next step to being more profitable is to actually outsource more of that financial work. I know a lot of you are like, whoa, hang on here. So you're telling me that to make more profit, I need to spend more money. Jamie, doesn't that mean I actually will make less profit, right? Some of you are in that place where you're thinking, if I'm going to have to spend money on a bookkeeper or a tax preparer or something like that, doesn't that mean at the end of the day, that's less money for me to take as profit? And I'll say that in some ways, maybe in the short term, that might be true, but long term, typically you're actually going to save money, okay? And time. Remember, time is important too. You're going to save money and time by outsourcing these activities. So we're going to talk about it a little bit here, but I want to shift that mindset from thinking about outsourcing as a cost to thinking about outsourcing as an investment. And this goes with pretty much anything that you could outsource in your business, but we're going to focus, because I'm a CPA, specifically on those financial elements. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 reasons that this is really actually an investment and why you should be outsourcing this grunt work if you've continued to keep it in-house. So reason number 1 you want to outsource the grunt work is because you will then have the data available to make better decisions. Okay, so now if you keep up with your finances, then maybe your data is already great, and maybe that's not you. But I do find that the vast majority of people, especially the vast majority of people who don't enjoy doing those bookkeeping administrative tasks in their business, right? That may be you if you're here. If you don't enjoy it, you might be prone to putting it off. Or maybe you're not a trained bookkeeper, right? You haven't gone through training courses. This isn't something that's, your forte specifically, and you don't really want to spend all that time and energy really building those skills. And so therefore, outsourcing it is also going to make sure that their data is usable in your business decisions, right? The data makes sense and that it is complete and being kept up with, and you are not kind of putting it on the back burner all of the time. So that's the first reason, is that you want to have the data available. I'm really big on the fact that we keep books, right? We keep our books on revenue and expenses in our business, not just for tax purposes. That's actually the secondary reason. But the very first reason is so that we know how our business is performing, and therefore we can make decisions as we go throughout the year in order to increase that performance. But without the data, without the numbers in front of us, it's really kind of a giant unknown. So having that data is so key. It's going to help your business do better in the long term, which is why investing in making sure that you have them, right, year round, and investing also in a tax preparer who's going to be able to prepare your taxes, get you the best deductions, make sure that you're doing everything the right way. That's actually an investment, not a cost, okay? Reason number 2 is that your data is probably also going to be more accurate. If you hire a qualified person who understands your business, that's key, right? Some of us have had bad experiences. Maybe that has made us want to go back to doing everything ourselves. But in general, if we can vet people, try people out, and we find someone that really understands our business and is really good at what they do, is really good at tax preparation and strategy, is really good at bookkeeping, right? These are usually different people. Then that means your data is most likely going to be more accurate and have less mistakes. right? That is really, really key. You want to make sure that you have accurate data. I know people, I kid you not, that have filed tax returns at the end of the year and not realized that they were filing double income. This is more common than you think, right? There may have been some income that was doubled and they didn't pick up on it, which what does that mean? That means you're paying more in taxes. So if you hire qualified people that can make sure they're doing all the account reconciliations, all the checks that they need to do to make sure that everything is correct, right? You are going to be better off. So that's another reason that it is really an investment and not a cost. And the third reason you want to outsource the grunt work, right? And this I think is maybe even the most important one for you and I, is that it frees up your time. Right? You're not the one having to worry about all of those things. You're not the one having to do a bookkeeping course in order to learn all the ins and outs of bookkeeping. You're not the one having to figure out how to use a tax software. You're not the one having to keep up with all of this. Someone else can do it, which frees up your time then to be able to, when you focus on finances, focus more strategically instead of on all the little things that you need to do. You can take that more strategic hat, that CFO hat, and really use that information to make decisions, right? And it's going to free up your time to be able to plow back into the things that really actually do make you more money. So are those tasks that you're completing, are they actually value add? There are probably other tasks that you can be doing in your business that will help you generate more money, that will help you, serve your clients better, that will help you grow your business. And spending all your time and energy on these things that other people could do and other people could do better probably isn't the best use. Or maybe you just want to reclaim some time back, right? Maybe you just don't want to be working as much as you are. And so there is an investment in that and getting that time back to use however you want, even if it's in leisure, right? There is value to that. So I want you to really start to think about the fact that spending money on help for these really specific matters like finances is actually an investment in your biz, i.e. money that's going to turn into more money over time, money that's going to turn into more time, right, as time goes on. And that's what makes it an investment and not a cost. So we need to get out of that mindset of thinking of it as just money we're spending and, I could save money if I actually just kept this in-house, because you may actually not be saving money and you may be actually doing the opposite at the end of the day over the long term. So again, if you have not taken the quiz, make sure to take the quiz, jamietrull.com/profit quiz. It's going to tell you your personalized next step, the most important thing for you. Now, if you're here because maybe it gave you the result, outsource the grunt work, then this is what you focus on first. This is going to be the best place to put your time and energy in order to get a return on that. However, if you got a different result from the quiz, then there may be something else you need to focus on before you outsource, or maybe you've already outsourced these activities and there's something else for you to do in order to focus on making more profit in your business. Now, once you've taken the quiz, you're also going to see a list of resources that really relate to that personalized result that you got. So it's going to give you some next step and some resources to look at to be able to help you to achieve what that next step is to make your business more profitable. So I hope that I will see you for the next installment of Making Your Business More Profitable, the limited series. See you next week.